All right, so I'm going to try and do my best to recap while it's still fresh. Still fresh. Aladdin, not weird. Trauma response versus love. The conversation that I had that is important to share contains this valuable piece of wisdom. We are born into a world where everybody perceives that there is love, and that this love comes in different ways, shapes, and forms in different relationships. Mother, father, sister, brother, daughter, work relations, friendships, lovers, etc., etc. The reality in this now moment is that we are living in a simulation where it has to be known that trauma response is not love, and that the love that you are seeking, the love that is the Creator's ultimate creation, the almighty design, that from which we came and we return to, is our birthright. However, said birthright has stipulations for ownership. The way that you, I don't want to say earn, because birthright is not earned. The way that you open yourself is to become aware of your trauma responses. Your responsibility is to become aware of your trauma responses. Your responsibility to become aware of your trauma responses is so that you may recognize the trauma responses of others. This is necessary for us to meet one another in a space of more authentic love, as intended and designed, created by the Almighty, however you define that. So what are you saying, Eliza? What I'm saying is, stop blaming and projecting and rejecting and reacting, and start doing the fucking work. There are so many of us who have been doing this work our entire conscious existence, perhaps before that. But those of us who are doing this work, this painful, deep, unyielding work, no longer have the bandwidth to carry your lazy, irresponsible, and manipulative asses around. And I say that with so much love, but so much truth. Knock it off. Your responsibility is to recognize your trauma responses and to work with on however you see fit. I will not tell you what to do. I have only guided people, and once upon a time in poetic code, which now is going to be really straightforward, I'll share the writings that correspond and correlate to the ideas that I'm speaking on, so that we can better understand what we're truly doing here and why it needs to be done. So again, we all want to be loved. We all want to be seen. We all want to be understood. We all want to feel safe and secure in our own being. And the only way we are all going to get there is if we all get there. Because if you haven't noticed yet that the people who are and do are only being overburdened and overworked and bearing a heavier load for those who are not, which isn't getting any of us anywhere, ever. So I'm speaking on behalf of those of us who are done with the hamster wheel and ready to progress by letting all y'all know that it is your responsibility to deal with your trauma responses, to recognize your programs and your triggers and your behaviors and work on that within yourself, contained within yourself, and do not come out until you have some sort of comprehension of how to deal with yourself by yourself, so you know how then to relate to others. Because essentially you need to sit in time out until you know how to play well with the other kids. Because these other kids who know how to play really well with others are really waiting for you to come and play. Yeah.